So hey, what's going on guys, James here bringing you another YouTube video, and this one is going to be my year in review of 2019. And now I know I'm a bit late with this because as I'm recording this, it is the 9th of January. But I've wanted to record it for a while, I just haven't had a good time necessarily to do it, among some other things. But I'm here to do it, and it's going to be pretty much the same kind of thing that I did last year. And I've got my video manager pulled up, and I'm looking right at the very last video that I uploaded in 2018, which was the year in review, as you would probably expect. And of course, if we look at quickly, right before we did that video, you know, we were firing on all cylinders for the most part at the time last year. I mean, we freaking got, I mean, it was like non-stop, with the only exception being Co-op Universe was at that point just starting to slow down production from when we were really hitting our stride with it, which that would then go into the new year, really continue, and that naturally sucks. But like, there was just no good way for us to keep the production of Co-op Universe going like it was at the beginning of the series. There's just no good way to do that. So naturally it was going to slow, and now it's slowed to a point where, like, God, I don't even know, dude. But after the year in review, the first upload of 2019 was I did the re-upload of the First Impressions 5-man for 2K19, just because I did realize that it was off sync and I knew I could make it better, and I did, and there's that. Which I think the original upload is still up on the channel though, but either way. And then I was able to get a couple more Universe uploads out with week 4 of Raw for the first month, and then the BCW announcement, where they'd be the Extreme Rules pre-show. So we kept firing with that. Continued the return of Tournament Tuesdays. Started up another Let's Play with Uncharted Drake's Fortune Remastered. Then we got a little more Universe, which the time difference wasn't that big for Universe at the time still. Because before the end of the year, it was Christmas Eve that we got an episode, and then after the start of the year, it was the back-to-back uploads early part of the month, and then near the end of the month we got another episode. So a little bit slower than I would have liked at the time, but still, we made it work. And we got another one before the end of January. And then again, we kept doing some more Universe related stuff with Universe Extras, with the Rumbles, so we made that work. I then gave my thoughts on the $1 Million Challenge. Tyson announced that he'd be doing his own series with Denver vs. the World. And then again, we got some more Universe Extra stuff with the Chamber and Mustafa vs. Kofi from the Free Agent Chamber match, the ending part of that. And then Tyson, of course, officially started his Denver vs. the World series. That was the first game there. We started another new tournament for Tournament Tuesdays. I started a new series of my own with A to Z. You know, the funny thing with A to Z was I was so hyped to start it because it was a concept that I really loved and I wanted to go through with, but I never could make it work because I always would, in some sort of a way, lose passion for it. But I was so happy and so excited to start in 2K19 that I realized after a while there are way too many people in 2K19 in a lot of the games recently to warrant going through and having one episode per playing as one superstar. It wouldn't work. So I didn't end up, I finished the series, but definitely had to change some things up a bit to do so. But then we continued Uncharted Drake's Fortune, we had more Denver vs. the World stuff, of course doing A to Z, and you know, from that point forward it was just like really finding our stride, really just firing on all cylinders, and we were making it work. I mean, the uploads were pretty consistent. We had what's still one of my favorite videos that we've ever done on the channel with the We Guess Songs in 60 Seconds video. I love that video so much. It was just so much fun to put together. Everything about it was just fun, and we had genuine chemistry. We worked off each other well, and I'd love to do the video again. Something like it anyway, because it was just, again, it was so much fun. I just fear that we probably won't ever be able to do something like that again. But who knows? I'd love to do it again. But then, of course, like, just firing on all cylinders again, continuing A to Z, Denver vs. the World. And that leads me to having to go back to the previous page. So then we're in March at this point, just continuing again, still firing on all cylinders, like, got Tournament Tuesdays with the Most Fun Singles Tournament, more Drake's Fortune Remastered, putting down the ground rules for Tournament Tuesdays, and then starting the Favorite Wrestlers Tournament. Then we have the video, the potential return of multiplayer GM mode. You know, the thing about that is, I was so hoping that the video would do well, because it's like, well, okay, I'm not in a position where I can record SVR07, but what if, and you know, saying like, what if we start up our own GM mode using a current game and a current roster, and like we make it work. And I was putting that video out there as a test video to see was there so interest in it, and I know there is, because the episode 1 of SVR7 multiplayer GM mode is still getting views, so there's definitely interest in it. But the video just didn't do as well. Didn't really do well at all. So there was just no interest, apparently. I don't know. It was weird. But then I come up with that idea, and you know what happened shortly thereafter? People start making their own GM modes in the current games. That happens to me so often, and I don't understand it. I can come up with ideas, can come up with what I feel is a really cool, unique idea, and then not long after I'm about to do the idea, some other creator does the idea, and it's like, oh, farts, dude, like, come on, man, like, every time. Like, another example, I talked about this in the year in review for 2018, link in the description, obviously, and it was about dark match videos, doing co-op universe, like bringing back the original universe, perhaps, and that was the idea I had at the time, and I was going to do special dark match videos, which is a way of me having a full show, but allowing the main part of the show to be shorter, but having like a dark match portion of it, which would be a little... It's exactly what it sounds like. You know the concept of dark match if you're listening to this. Anyway, so I came up with that idea, and then multiple other creators go through and start dark match, like start doing dark matches and their own dark match shows for their own universe modes, and I'm just like, why does this happen every time? Every time. And of course, naturally, at the same time, AEW, they started their own TV show with Dynamite, and then on their YouTube channel, they essentially bring the whole like official dark match concept and glorify it in a way, and actually have commentary for the dark matches and stuff like that. I'm just like, really? Really? That I'm a little less upset about, though, because I did give up on the idea, and I thought about it, and I just decided not to do it. But still. But then after the whole multiplayer GM mode potentially returning, not doing as well as I thought it would, we just kept pumping out the videos, and we continued Tournament Tuesdays. I did the Why Am I a Wrestling Fan video, which is a video I had started the script for a long time, and For some reason, I could never finish it, could never bring myself to record it, and it just like up and out of the blue. At the time I was still in high school, it was my senior year, and naturally, as a senior in high school, you don't have a lot of stuff to do. You probably have multiple free periods and all sorts of stuff like that. So, what I did, I took the free periods that I had and I made use of them, and I got, stuff for YouTube done. And it worked. It worked beautifully, wonderfully. And I made that video, finally getting that out. And then I did the temporary start to a series, which I said wasn't a series after all, of the random elimination chamber matches, which obviously came from the same kind of idea that Dank Ops Chris, the random rumbles he does. So I did 2 of them, came out on not back-to-back days, but it was fairly consistent with the days. The 22nd on 1 of March, and then 25th on March. And then, of course, naturally, we got back to Drake's Fortune, got a few videos out there. And it was around this time of continuing Drake's Fortune at the end of March that I don't know why, but for some reason, I started to... the original episode for, it was split into 2. One was Unlikely Change, and one was titled, I'm titling this while pissed off. That video was supposed to be 1, because naturally I do longer videos. And someone claimed the video. I still don't even know who it is. Like, I went and looked them up. Like, there's no similarities, nothing would give this dude the right. But I was like, screw it. I took that long video down. Like, no, you're not gonna try and make money off of me. Not gonna happen. So I took the long video down and I split it into 2, and it was fine. And it worked. So yeah, man. Plus, the title I'm titling this while pissed off was supposed to be kind of a funny reference to like pop punk titles and how they're always so long. Because I'm a freaking nerd. But then yeah, so we continued Drake's Fortune, we continued A to Z. I made the video where I ranked, in my opinion, obviously, all of the 3 Days Grace live, cover, and acoustic songs. And that was just a fun little video I wanted to do, and it was supposed to be like a teaser, if you will, to like the 3 Days Grace retrospective, which I bring that up and we still haven't done it. Not my fault, by the way. I've tried to start it so many times and Tyson keeps putting it off, so not my fault there. We will get it done though. We will, because I really want to do it. But anyway, so we did that, and then we had the What Would Have Happened video for the original universe, and that was me just going through a long Google Doc that I had for the original universe and the ideas that I had planned, and just what was going to happen in general. Just so like if I never, apparently I was never going to go back to the original universe, which I started planning for that again, to bring it back. Why do I do this to myself? I don't know. But I started planning for that again. I started planning, God, I'm probably got like half a month planned for everything that I want on the shows. I'm just like, I hate myself so much. But yeah, at the time, I pretty much assumed the original universe was officially dead, and I'll just put that What Would Have Happened video out, and people could see, what was naturally what would have happened in the series. But after that, keep going through A to Z, Demon vs. the World, Tournament Tuesdays, etc. There was a video here in about mid-April where I gave my thoughts on the finals of the $1 Million Challenge in 2K19, and nothing spectacular. It's just I literally gave my thoughts on the $1 Million Challenge and how I felt it went and how they should have done it and the kind of rules that they should have used. But yeah, again, just keep firing on all cylinders. I started the Lost Videos thing, where any series or just anything in general that was supposed to go on the channel at some point and just didn't for some reason, if I still had the raw footage or something for that, I could put in the Lost Videos and make it work. and that was the first episode of what was going to be a long-running series of Let's Plays for Spyro and Reignited Trilogy. And again, I just had the first episode done and just didn't feel like putting it out. And I didn't. But did get episode 1 here. And again, naturally just firing on all cylinders again. I keep saying that, but it's true. A to Z, Co-op Universe got a little update saying that the BCW Super Show was going really well with the work on it. But then, so yeah, again, more Tournament Tuesdays, more Universe. We did the pay-per-view preview with the predictions and stuff with Tyson and I playing the characters, Adrian Williams and Elliot James, making that work. I introduced Trivia Thursdays, which I do love that series, by the way. Trivia Thursdays is great. We did that in early May. Back to A to Z, we got BCW Super Show out on May 4th. More Tournament Tuesdays. I got the random video with another friend from Madden 18. More A to Z. More random Madden footage with that other friend. More Universe Extras. More Drake's Working Remastered, where we got quite a few videos up in a row. I think that was when I started doing it was when I started doing shorter videos for Drake's Fortune Remastered. So we had about 21, 13, 10, and then about 17. Then we had the fun little video I did of the productivity of the channel, and where I said things were looking really good for the channel so far. I was really uploading quite a bit and being consistent, and things were really looking good for the rest of the channel. Things would end up falling apart obviously at the end, but we'll get to that. But that was a fun little video to do. I had some cool calculations, but then I finally brought Crash 3 onto the channel, did that whole Let's Play. And the funny thing about that is I had the first 2 episodes completely done back in November of 2018, and I said, you know what, I'm not going to do this, but I kept the footage around just in case I did decide to do it. And then I decided to, you know what, screw it, started editing the footage, decided I'll upload it. And then to continue the series, I went and literally sat down and played all of Crash 3 in the same day, and just got it all recorded and done with. And that was cool. I liked it. I really enjoyed Crash 3. Then I made the short little announcement saying that Tyson and I were going to start a fire promoter, which was cool. We have more Tournament Tuesdays with the Favorite Wrestlers Tournament. More Crash 3. I really pumped that out consistently, and that was cool. Really liked that. We have to go to the previous page again. Go all the way down. So then we had, again, it's more of the same, really. Just keep firing on all cylinders here. We had Tournament Tuesdays, Crash 3, more random Madden footage, this time between me and Tyson. Me starting Atlanta vs. the World, with the thumbnail being a blatant rip-off. Like, it was supposed to appear as a blatant rip-off of Denver vs. the World. But instead of Madden 19 with what he was doing, I did Madden 25 because I said in the first episode that was the last Madden that I considered myself to be pretty good at. So we did that, and then, like, again, the thumbnail was like the thumbnail we used or that I made for Denver vs. the World episode 1, or the announcement or whatever. And then I put like a big fat red X on it and put Atlanta Falcons vs. the World. Again, to help say it was supposed to be like a blatant rip-off. That was a whole kind of like thing with that. And again, more random Madden footage with me versus Tyson, and then we had Tournament Tuesdays, Atlanta vs. the World. I finally finished the Curtis Universe in 2K16. Love that. More Denver vs. the World, more Atlanta vs. the World, more Denver vs. the World. I started my own 2K17 universe, like this 2K17 solo universe, because I enjoyed going back and finishing Curtis Axel Universe so much. So we did something similar there. Finishing up, no, not quite finishing up, but more Drake's Fortune Remaster, which should have, this is July at this point, that series should have been done, but it wasn't. We did the Fight for the Fallen, AEW predictions. I went and took the predictions out of the SummerSlam pre-show for 2K17 Original Universe and put just the predictions up, just because, like, I felt like I should have done just the predictions. I don't know. Then I started like the whole wrestling predictions playlist, stuff like that. Gave my thoughts on Fight for the Fallen, predictions, and my thoughts on Extreme Rules. finished up Drake's Fortune Remastered, went back to 2K17 Universe. I made the special video of my favorite matches in month 1 of the co-op universe, and then Tyson's most memorable matches came a little bit later. Again, more stuff for A to Z, finishing that up. More stuff for Universe with myself, the solo universe in 2K17. More Atlanta vs. the World, more random Madden footage. More Atlanta vs. the World. That's the last episode to this date. There's Tyson's most memorable universe matches in month 1 of co-op universe. There's SummerSlam, the NXT TakeOver Toronto 2 predictions, SummerSlam predictions, my thoughts on SummerSlam. Then I made a video that was a sort of spiritual sequel, successor to the WWE Games Collection video I made in 2015, where I just went over all my wrestling games. That was pretty fun, actually. Kind of like nostalgic, if you will. Finished up 2K17 Universe. I did some lost videos, which were 2 short promos that Tyson and I cut on each other following the Most Fun Singles tournament. We started Uncharted 2. We did, I finally uploaded episode 1 of Fire Promoter. We did, again, more Uncharted 2, Fire Promoter. Tyson and I discussed what we thought about the episode of SmackDown Live that we went to in August. More Uncharted 2. Another episode of Trivia Thursdays where we quiz each other. More Uncharted 2. And then the final page here, I made 2 more co-op universe intros for Raw and SmackDown, because like, since we had intros, the old intros would have been outdated after Extreme Rules. More Fire Promoter, the pay-per-view, the BCW Super Show, and Extreme Rules. Like, we gave our thoughts on it as Elliot and Adrian. Then the Extreme Rules highlights, which the thing about the Extreme Rules highlights is that actually been done for the Extreme Rules highlights had pretty much been done since around the time that Extreme Rules had been done, a little bit after. But then we got episode 14, which is the start of month 2 of Co-op Universe. I did my Clash of Champions predictions. We got BCW out, the next episode of that for Co-op Universe. We did some more promos leading up to a final, what we assume will maybe be a final Tournament Tuesdays if I win, if Tyson ends up winning with the Fire Pro tournament. Obviously it won't be. We need to do that too. Clash of Champions review. Then another episode of SmackDown. More Fire Promoter. Trivia Thursdays again with 2 truths, 1 lie. That was really fun to do because I'm a big fan of Smosh, and even still, in fact, I think what they're doing now is really, really great. Really like it, and I really like what they do with 2 truths, 1 lie. It's just the way they play it is just so fun. And we didn't do anything with water guns, but it was cool. It was just cool to do. First episode of Saturday night's main event for Co-op Universe, SNME. There was the picking who will represent us in the Fire Pro tournament for Tournament Tuesdays. More Denver vs. the World. I went through and just did the best kickouts for Tournament Tuesdays because I thought it was really cool. There was the predictions for saying I'm not doing the wrestling predictions anymore. I wanted to start that because for me it was a thing where I figured if I started that, it would get me to watch more WWE, at least pay-per-views, and maybe get a little more into it because I was doing it for YouTube. But as we neared the stretch at the end, I just wasn't enjoying the pay-per-views. Like, Clash of Champions was okay, and then like Hell in a Cell, like, it was a good show up until like literally the ending of the show, and then that was terrible, and then I was just getting super deflated at that point. I didn't want to do it. But after that, I did do the Hell in a Cell prediction, or the Hell in a Cell my thoughts on it. Didn't do the predictions though. again, I gave my thoughts on it right there too. It was a solid show up until literally the end of the pay-per-view. Then I gave my thoughts on 2K19's trophy list because I got the Platinum Trophy. Did it for you because their last WWE game. Gave my thoughts on the creators. Pre-release footage of 2K20. We know how that shit show went. Started the 2K15 universe with the draft. I need to get back to that because I was having fun with that. More Fire Promoter, more universe extras, more of the 2K15 universe, more co-op universe, my first impressions of 2K20, more co-op universe, getting back into that. We really had we had a string there. I enjoyed that. Velocity universe, we got that going, more 2K15 universe, more Velocity universe. Tyson tried to teach me how to play NBA 2K. More Velocity universe. We also put in Tyson's Friday Night No Mercy show. That was pretty cool. Then we had the channel update at the end of the year, December 18th. And then the last upload before this was Denver vs. the World again, where we finish up. That was Tyson's last video for Madden 19, where he's going to carry over the rest of it into Madden 20. That came out Christmas Day. Which for some reason, I don't know why, that video did incredibly well for us. Like, it got 141 views, which, again, compared to like everything else we got on the channel, is like huge. But it's like, why? I don't understand. Like, there's no commentary. It's a short video with just 2 songs in it and some highlights that I kind of like lazily edited. Honestly, like, it's not great. Definitely could do better, but I don't know. It has a lot of views. That's what I know. And that's all the uploads. But as well as that, I also I officially started a second channel. And that's literally for anything that is just not wrestling related. That's where you're gonna find like the Let's Plays, and again, literally just anything that I want to make that's not wrestling related. The more sportsy stuff will probably still go on this channel as well, just because like it kind of fits a little bit better over here. But over there, the very first video I made was why I'm genuinely excited for The Last of Us Part 2, and then I took the first few episodes that we ended up getting of Uncharted 2 Remaster, putting those on that channel, uploaded a couple more for that. Need to finish that up, obviously. And I already know like the first official Let's Play that I'm going to be doing on that channel, just because I've already got like the first 3 episodes recorded for it. And I'm going to be doing a grounded mode Let's Play of The Last of Us Remastered. And I'll probably do Left Behind as well. Yeah, I'm gonna do that though. But the first 3 episodes of it recorded. Technically, I've got the first probably gonna be 6. But I just need to pull the footage off the PS4. But yeah, so we got that all good. Things are going pretty well. Not really. I really need to get back to that channel. I really do. But anyway, that's my year-end review of 2019. There's not much else to say. And the house is almost 30 minutes. I don't even know, dude. I don't. But anyway, that was the year-end review of 2019. A little bit late. That's everything that we did in 2019. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye, guys.